In this video, we're going to look at section 6-7, the remainder and factor theorems. So these theorems will come off a little bit tricky, but once we start and go through a couple examples, they actually become fairly simple. So if the polynomial f of x is divided by x minus a, the remainder is the constant f of a. So notice that a comes from the x minus a. Okay, so then it breaks up into f of x equals q of x times x minus a plus the constant f of a, where q of x is the polynomial with degree 1 less than the degree of f of x. So really, we could use synthetic division for this, and I'll show you here now. So if f of x is equal to 2x to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 8x minus 7, find f of 6. So really, we could just plug this in. So let's do that. So 2 times 6 to the fourth minus 5 times 6 squared plus 8 times 6 minus 7. And I'm just going to plug that into my calculator here. Okay. And we get 2,453. 2,453. Okay, so now watch this. I'm just going to use synthetic division that we used a few sections ago. So here's that 6, that x minus a part, x minus 6. So I'm going to use the coefficient, so this is 2, and then I got that 0 because I have 0x cubed, and I got my negative 5, and then I got my 8, and then I got my negative 7. Okay, so let's watch this. So remember, bring the 2 down, then multiply and add. Multiply and add. Okay, multiply and add. Then once again multiply. 2,460. Add, and we get the same exact answer, 2,453. Okay, so that is both the remainder and when we substitute it in. So it's a neat little connection between the remainder theorem and just substituting in a number. Okay, so it is actually kind of nice that we have a little bit trick here. Okay, so now the binomial x minus a is a factor of the polynomial f of x if and only if f of a equals 0. So if we do the same thing and use synthetic division and get 0, that means we could literally factor it nicely. So show that x plus 3 is a factor of x cubed plus 6x squared minus x minus 30. Then find the remaining factor. So they're telling us it is a factor. So x plus 3 is a factor. It's telling us that, show that it is. Now this could be rewritten as x minus negative 3. So here we want to use our synthetic division. We could plug it in, but that just gives us the remainder that it would equal 0. But we need the factor, so we use synthetic division to factor it. Because remember, it drops it by 1 degree. So here we go, let's do that. So we got our negative 3 on the outside, and we got 1, 6, negative 1, negative 30. So if it's a factor, we should get 0 out. So drop that 1, multiply, and add. Multiply, and add. Multiply, oh, let's be a positive, and add, and we get 0 again. So now we're down to just the quadratic x squared plus 3x minus 10. So now I can factor that. So now we have one factor of x plus 3. That's one factor. We need the other two. We're left with x squared plus 3x minus 10. And now, well, since we're factoring masters, we know that this factors into x plus 5 and x minus 2. Okay, so we have the factors of x plus 3, x minus 2, and x plus 5. And that is how we have factored the entire polynomial of x cubed plus 6x squared minus x minus 30. Okay, so the volume of the rectangular prism is given by v of x equals x cubed plus 3x squared minus 36x plus 32. Find the missing measure. So they give us 1. So we know one of them, okay? Because this is the volume, and volume of a prism is base times height times width, okay? So I'm going to take this polynomial and go and use synthetic division. So I have 1, 3, negative 36, and 32. So if x minus 4 is a factor, we should end up with 0. So here we go. Drop to start, and then multiply and add. So multiply, I get 4. Add, I get 7. Multiply, I get 28. Add, I get negative 8. Multiply, I get negative 32. Add, I get 0. So it is a factor. We know that now. So now, once again, it drops down to x squared plus 7x minus 8. So x squared plus 7x minus 8. And here, because we're factoring masters, okay, because we are factoring masters, we know it factors into x plus 8 and x minus 1. Okay, so those are our missing sides. And we are done.